So our next movie up is Better Than Chocolate, 1999.
1999. It was a very gay year.
It was a very gay year. It was right before Bush went into office, and there was that.
That's right. It was still Clinton era.
Yeah. I think this one's Canadian. So, But I'm a Cheerleader is American. This has like the sweetness of a Canadian movie, I think.
Looks like it.
Yeah, this reminds me of The Incredibly True Adventures of Two Girls in Love.
And the fact that one has short hair and one has long.
That, and I think just like the sweetness they have, and just kind of the like fumblingness.
Too.
Yeah, I feel like But I'm a Cheerleader, like it was more like I don't know. They felt more, I don't know, like sophisticated. Does that make sense?
Oh, okay.
Better Than Chocolate. You've never seen it before, right?
No.
and even though we own it, it's not compelling enough to pull off perhaps the shelf and watch it. But I do think it's a good one to review when doing gay cinema, because I don't know that it gets the recognition.
Oh, it was all the rage when I came out.
This is true. I also thought maybe it got too much recognition at the time, but
right. So I think that's why I didn't want to see this, because everyone's like, "Have you seen Better Than Chocolate?" I'm like, no. Stop asking me. So here we are, 12, 13, 14 years later. 14 years later, finally ready to watch it.
21 years after the release.
Not that much longer.
All right, well, we will watch Better Than Chocolate, and we'll be right back.
Be back with a review.
Thank you. So how did you like Better Than Chocolate?
It was good. There was a moment of like, because I wanted to say it was like better than I thought, but then I realized there's no real plot line other than just kind of like circumstances taking place, and that's okay. There was as much sex as I had presumed.
It actually was pretty accurately portrayed.
Yeah, because I mean, everyone, when I first came out, they're like, "Have you seen Better Than Chocolate?" I was like, "No," and I'm good. Y'all won't shut up about it. So it was super cute. I could definitely see.
I think all the family like
the family dynamic,
proximity with the sex was hard. So
yeah,
it's
a little close. Like her mom.
Synopsis.
Oh, is there a synopsis? So there's, okay, I guess there's a little bit.
So it's a 19-year-old girl who
drops out of college. Mom finds out.
Yeah, gets the piece of mail. In the meantime, she's been like exploring her queer identity and is working at, as her mom calls it, a bargain bookstore. However, it's called 10% Books. And so her mom's like, "So you got a job at a bargain bookstore?" And she's like, "Huh?"
So
yeah, and just kind of
her mom moves in with her, kind of springs that upon her. So she doesn't even really have a place to live. She's homeless already. So the girl's homeless, and then her mom calls her and is like, "Hey, I'm coming to live with you." So the girl
with your brother.
Yeah, and brings her brother, and randomly, so she's able to find a sublet. And so her mom moves in. Yeah, there's some weird family dynamics. I presume that's to a Canadian thing. Maybe as Americans, we're just very,
we did
very
discuss that.
Prudy towards, like, you just things that took place in this movie don't take place in American films.
So casually.
So casually.
Yeah.
So, that's okay. So it was a good movie. I will never... It's this feeling of like, I don't ever need to watch this film again. Will I protest if you're like, I really want to put this movie on? I'm like, go for it. No, I'm not gonna like watch it with you. I'll sit next to you and like probably like play on my phone or something. So it's that kind of thing. Like, I didn't hate it.
A tasty cinematic treat.
Yeah, just and all these things of sexy, delightfully erotic. I'm like, yeah, I guess. I think it's worth two thumbs.
No, for sure, for sure. It's a piece of history.
Yes.
Is what I would definitely say that it captures. Like, I love Frances, the bookstore owner. She's like my fave. Like, and then probably one of my favorite lines is like when she's like, Bernice. Yeah.
It's very lesbian.
It's very lesbianic, and like the folk music.
The music isn't fantastic.
It's not a preference, but it's a whole lot of it.
It has this. I was saying how it's funny. Those like end of movie makeout scenes don't ever really happen, because if you think about it, they're always taking place during like a catastrophe. The building's burning down. The cops are showing up, and they're always standing in the middle of the street, just making out like nothing matters. And I'm like, this doesn't happen in real life. So it was a very cinematic movie. Yeah, there was a lot of things. I was like, this is a very 1999 movie.
Yes.
Which is fine. But
Okay.
yeah, so that was it.
That was better than chocolate, and
It was better than I expected.
it was still as confusing, and but
Very plotless.
good
But go
movie.
for
Yeah.
it. It's cute.
Yeah, definitely cute.
Especially if you're like a young lesbian and you're trying to find like a movie. I definitely watched this. I don't know why I was so reluctant to watch it. I'm okay that I didn't.
Right.
I don't feel like, oh God, I was missing anything. No, if anything,
Right.
I feel like it prevented me from making some other bad choices. Like I said, like if I saw this movie when I was younger, I would have went and lived in a van.
Down
For
by the
sure.
river.
I would have been like, oh, that looks so easy. I'm just gonna travel and like draw people for $20 and
Right?
so yeah, that's it.
Yeah. All right. Well, then, if you have any comments or suggestions, leave them in the...
We're ready for them. We're sitting here.
Stack's getting a little bit lower, but we've got
Going
another
down.
review coming up, so...
Check out our next one in this series. So this series, we didn't really label in the last one. I was trying to remember to say that. This is just a super lesbian series.
Right. This is
You know, Bound, Better Than Chocolate. And the next one we have up is High Art. So this theme is just lesbian.
Right. They're just... And they didn't shy away from the lesbian sex in these films.
Right. I think that's kind of what they're representing is you will see lesbian sex in these 3 films. So, yeah, how would you rate it?
Yeah.
Just 1 thumb.
Yeah, because...
For me, yeah.
Yeah.
It gets a 1 thumb.
1 thumb.